Alright guys, Geeky Rocket here, and this will be an inbox kit review of Dragon's 135th scale 352nd Volksgrenadier Division German figure set, which fought in the Ardennes of 1944. Right off the bat, the box art is beautifully rendered. This kit contains 4 figures, as well as the various equipment that will be applied to each figure, which comprises just over 60 parts in total. And again, you have 4 figures just basically walking down a dirt road with a Hetzer or a Jagdpanzer 38T in behind them. So this kit was actually manufactured in 1999, so it's about 15 years old. So we'll see what kind of detail we'll get with this kit. And on the back, you have the instructions for assembly, as well as the painting guide. And again, this is very straightforward. This is probably one of Dragon's strong suits when it comes to their instructions. Figures are always pretty straightforward. So basically what you have is three out of the 4 have splinter camouflage camo on their clothing, and this guy has the field gray trench coat. You can probably tell that this is like they're wearing schmucks and trench coats, so it's you can use this in a setting used for late fall or early winter. A lot of accessories come with these figures, which is great, including the Panzer Fist or the Panzer Faust, and the Sturmgewehr 44 assault rifle. So let's go ahead and look inside and see what the moldings are like. So this comes with 3 sprues. The main sprue being, of course, where all the figures are, or the figure parts are, including most of the accessories that you can apply to them. So right off the bat, there is actually, I can see that there's minimal. Let's get a focus in here. There's minimal flash, which is fantastic. And the seam lines on the legs, for example, actually are not too bad. So minimal cleanup on the parts overall. But you can see you got helmets, pouches for the Sturmgewehr assault rifles ammunition, water canteens, sorted bags, as well as stick grenades. So all in all, it's very well molded. And up here we've got the trench coats, as well as the rifle ammunition pouches as well. So all in all, it's a very well molded, very well detailed figure set, which is nice. The next sprue, of course. This contains basically just the weapon set. So right here we have a Panzer Faust, which in English translates to tank fist. Highly effective tank busting infantry held weapon used during the late stages of the Second World War. Basically, this was only effective I think from 60 to 100 yards, so you had to get relatively close to the tank you wanted to take out. But why this was so effective is because this is the first handheld tank weapon that used a shape charge as the rocket or propelled grenade. And basically, when it hit the sides of the hull of an enemy tank, the shape charge would eject super hot, almost like a beam of hot metal jet right through the steel, and then would annihilate everything inside. It would just incinerate everything inside, and that's called the Monroe effect. And most modern anti-tank rounds now have shaped charges for that very reason, because it's so effective. So as for that, I mean, the Germans were well ahead of the game back in the late stages of World War II in regards to anti-tank warfare. And here we have parts for the Panzer Schreck, which was Germany's answer to the bazooka, the American bazooka. Very effective anti-tank weapon as well. And along the bottom here, we have the Sturmgewehr 44, which is the precursor to the AK-47. And again, everything is beautifully detailed. There is hardly any flash or seam lines on this, so the cleanup is very minimal and it's very detailed. You can see the sights on the Panzerfaust is well rendered. And then finally the last sprue is the small arms weapons. You get another Panzerfaust with the sights laid down, and these are either Gewehr 41s or Gewehr 43s. I'm not sure the difference. I know they both were in service. I think the Gewehr 43 probably entered service in 43 or later. So you also have bayonets or knives at the bottom here, and then more hand grenades. So again, all of this beautifully detailed, not a lot of flash, so the cleanup will be minimal. So I mean, right off the bat, just based on the moldings, I would highly recommend this kit for a late scene or late war diorama scene. And I can't wait to get my hands on building this, because this will be applied to my Jagdtiger build. Actually, one last thing that I wanted to mention before I wrap up this kit review is you might be able to see the gun slings around the assault rifle and rifles. Unfortunately, they did not add photo etch parts, so I think that would be the only downfall to this kit, which may account for just how old it is. I'm not sure when they started applying photo etch to the figure sets, but gunslings would have been a nice addition to this set. But other than that, overall it looks like a fantastic kit. Highly recommended. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll be back as soon as I can. Cheers.